All right, Stafford time, and the track temps are way above what everyone was ready for. So it is very loose and slick. Track temps 114. Those should go down because we are racing into early evening since we have no lights. But yeah, qualifying time. We got 29 people here for 19 spots. And hopefully it'll be some good racing, but sometimes turn one on starts at Stafford can get kind of ugly. Big question is, can I put together a qualifying lap without getting loose into turn one, overdriving it? Underdrove that just to feel a little better. Not going down to the apron. Not needed yet.
21.511.
21.5 is fairly good. I don't know what position I'm in though. Don't have time to look. Concentrating. I screwed that up. Could have had a much better lap there. Completely screwed up. And that's a terrible lap compared to everyone. Only 9th. That is not good. Kyle, Nick, Ethan, Rob at his home race, Christopher, Alan, Chris, Gavin, myself, then Chad, then Dirt Gavin, Logan, Bryce, Matthias, Justin way off, but he just bought the track for this season. I don't know how long he's had it. And Brett was able to make it. That was good to see. So, yeah, very tight times. Just a reminder, because every time we come to Stafford, turn one accident, because people are not ready for it to slow down as much as it does. It just gets really checked up there. But we are not in this heat. We are in the third heat, starting third. That's perfect. I've not even set up my cameras, so let's get that going. I don't have anything ready because I've been practicing, trying to get to a position where I'm not going to be terrible. Let's get TV3, go to groups, make sure it's only one camera. It is, so if you only have one over here, you can remove any that are over there, or you can add any that you want if you want to make something. Let's first of all get the zoom to 0 so that we can place ourselves in a spot. And then zoom in here. Hang on, we're going to turn that down a little bit though. Alright, I think we're good. Now I gotta get the timing screen up over here so that I can click around to other cars and see all the timing. So, Kyle Martin on pole, Rob on his outside, then Chris and Chad, Bryce and Jacob, another one that's way off pace from where he normally is. And then we got Dale and Gavin is making a return. So we got 3 Gavins tonight. And we got Rick at the back with Raymond. But, yeah, back to the big super speedways, essentially, after running Kentucky and Slinger and going to a half mile feels like a massive track now. We'll put weather up here just so that you can see the track temp, which is 110 right now. Kyle bringing them down. be going green for heat race number 1, top 3 transfer. Make sure I'm live. We are. Kyle gets a good run into the corner. Everyone heads down to the apron. Looks like we have survived turn 1. That is good news. So Kyle, Rob, and Chris. Then the battle for 4th is Bryce and Chad. Bryce is going to take that spot. Chad should be able to fall down now into the bottom lane, but we'll see what he runs here. He does drop down there now. But yeah, probably not going to be a whole lot of passing unless there's mistakes. Only 8 laps, just because we got some longer lap times here. I mean, they're not that long, but when you have qualifying and you don't do any inverts, fastest guy starting up front, usually going to pull away just fine. We got 40 laps in the A main tonight. And it's our next to last race, as we are going to 5 Flags next week to finish off the season. Although Nick has finished off the season pretty much like 3 weeks ago. But everyone keeping it clean. We are on lap 5 now. Rob is pulling in just a little bit. Closer and closer. No one's really heading down to that apron. Chris just gets a big slide off the corner there. And that is going to be key. Oh, Bryce gets a big slide into the corner. And those little mistakes are going to start cropping up. And that's when you lose some. Or gain some, depending. So none of this matters. Other than if they're starting at the front of the B or back of the B. I'm hoping that we have a larger B main. I've moved some numbers around to try to get it set up. Up front, nothing going on. White flag time. Can Bryce hold on to it? Rick has moved up a couple of spots here. Gavin has fallen back to 10th. But Bryce is going to hold on to it as long as he gets out of this corner. He does. Rob's going to finish 2nd. Kyle leads. And Chris 3rd. So those are your top 3 transfers in the weirdest order I could have set them. Now we go to heat race number 2. So your points leader and points leader throughout the season so far, Nick Robinson on pole. Then we got Gavin inside 2nd row in the 77, and Dirt Gavin in a new paint scheme outside of him. We are waiting on Christopher, who is not in here yet, and hopefully he makes the show. There he is. All right. Oh boy, we are front row idiot horns today, huh? All right, so 3rd row, Matthias, and then James on his outside in the 04. Matthew Johnson in the 44 is back with us. Mark to his outside. Then Dennis and Dylan at the back. But up front, we will see if Nick can hold on to it. I know that he has been fighting the same issues as I have of very loose in, but his setup really drives out of the corner well, which I think will be very key in the A main. Gavin in the 77 was looking strong in practice. And hopefully, Matthias will have some luck here and not get wrecked out. Hopefully make the A main. We're green. Gavin gets a really bad start. Matthias can't do anything with it. Then Dirt Gavin comes down to chop off Gavin after that bad start. He moves up. Gavin moves down. Gavin now down onto the apron trying to look for something, and we got a really tight group of cars after one lap. Christopher working the outside, gets really loose, and Dirt Gavin going to P2. New paint scheme, new driver, apparently. He is flying. Although this is kind of, if you're really loose, driving like a dirt track, so maybe that's helping him. He's going to open the door for Gavin, and Christopher is just going to get freight train back there to the 4th position, but he's got speed, so he should be able to do something with it. Matthias catching up with him now. He is going to just get half a car length away from him. Now we're single file. Only thing that can happen here is mistakes, and we get a bit of a slide there by Gavin in the 77. That's going to open the door for Christopher. Holds onto it out of 4, though. Looks like James gets the wall back behind, possibly, or just has a wobble. And Gavin, big slide through the center of the corner. He loses the transfer spot, drops to 4th. Is this going to open the door for Matthias to get in there and start on the front row of the B main? He's going to head down to the apron, but can't quite get there. We're starting lap 6 this time. Back here, Matthew and Mark have gotten around James, or are working on it. James must have had an issue. Christopher and Gavin have dropped back pretty far from Nick and Dirt Gavin, and Matthias has lost these guys a little bit, but he's looking like he's got speed. He's got A main speed as long as he doesn't get B main wrecked. So right now it's the battle for starting like 7th in the A main or 2nd in the B main, and white flag. Another little slide in the center by Gavin. Track temps 110. We will see that go down. He was looking much quicker though in hotter temps, so just a little slidey for him. Christopher showing speed as he gets back up to Gavin. And now it's my turn to try to make the show. Good clean racing though so far. We got Ethan, Alan, Logan, Justin, Dalton, SK, Brett, and John in this one.
There's no tyre changes allowed during this race. Treat them right and good luck. Line up on the inside. Pit road is closed right now. The estimated SOF is 2,750. We expect to be fighting for the podium.
Yeah, we expect that, but I don't think that's going to happen. I have a feeling Justin's going to figure things out, as well as Logan and Dalton. And I'm going to get a bad loose moment, like Gavin got, and sacrifice a bunch of time. I hope not, but it is a possibility. We've already had a run-in with the 94 this week. Hopefully we don't get into him into turn 1. Yeah, 3rd gear start. Might be wrong call. But one less shift, the better. Alright, top 3 transfer.
Green, stay focused. Post car is off. Green.
We get the shift, we get the inside, we got some space behind us.
Car outside. The next
Gonna head on down here. Logan's following us through. Couldn't quite slide up. Almost did. That would have been bad.
Stay low. There is a car on the high side.
Almost that time. I'm looking to wreck myself.
25.658. Clear.
Alright.
Second position right now.
Can I put together some decent laps here? Just calm the entry down. Doing a little bit of overlap on the pedals into one. Trying to stabilize things so I can enter a little bit deeper and not transfer too much weight to the front end. The setup is really weird. It's very heavy on the left front.
21.44.
We've got a nice little gap here. But I'd like to start third rather than sixth.
21.3.
Justin has figured it out. He is moving up into third. I missed the corner looking at that. Oh, it got tight. It got really tight in the center.
21.565.
Interesting. What am I going to do about that? Let's just test the apron out. Yeah, we're getting tight. Okay.
21.489.
Good to know. I'll think about if I want to do anything with that. I think I can just adjust my driving
White flag. One more lap to go.
and get it down to the apron. Tight is better than stupid loose.
21.485.
As we get that massive stupid loose into the corner by overdriving. Logan is in third, so I don't know if he held him off or got back around him. They are battling hard for it. Ethan gets the win. We are second. Logan holds on to third. And, yeah, we get through all the heat races without any turn one wrecks. Good news. Alan does drop back to fifth there. He should be fine.
Race control scoring has ended.
All right. Back to broadcasting. And we have got a C main and then a B main. So a little bit larger fields here just to hopefully we have a larger B main, but the way that it works creating heat races, yeah, we're still only going to have I think 13. Let's double check. No, we're going to have 15 in the B main. All right, it worked out. So on the front row, we got SK in the 29, Rick on his outside, Matthew in the 44, then John in the 30, Raymond and Dennis, Brett and Gavin, and Dylan at the back. Top 4 transfer. 10 laps, giving them 2 extra laps here. The B main will be 12 laps, so not a whole lot of time to move up, but top 10 will transfer, so they They'll probably have a couple of restarts in the B main. All right, here we go. SK bringing them down. Green early. That is perfectly fine. Rick's almost cuts down in the lane there. They all keep it together. Let's watch back here. Everyone gets to return one just fine. Dennis with a run on the outside around Brett. Is he going to be able to do anything with it? Very hard to do anything up there. He's going to go up there way too hard. Catch Brett into the wall. And we got a yellow. We will put this one quickly back green. I don't think Dennis is coming back from that one. Yeah, he is out and broken. Very, very, very slick track, so if you overdrive, it goes wrong quickly. Getting line back up. Don't know if it's double file. Looks like it is. All right, so that now puts John and Matthew on the second row. I think they were already on the second row. Brett moves up a spot into fifth, and we are green again.
Green, green, green.
Matthew's going to get a little better. Look, John gets into the wall back here. We're almost three wide. That hurts Brett, and Gavin's going in, slick and sliding into one. He saves it, though. John's going to get a run on Raymond. Gets the nose down there, everyone given room. This is for the final transfer spot. Raymond holding the high line. John's going to go in on the bottom. Brett is going to cross over. We're going to almost be three wide. That was going to be an aggressive move, and Brett gets a little loose there when he backs off on the apron. So John now ahead in that transfer spot. Brett looks like he's got a bit of speed. He just doesn't have that track position, got held up a little bit on that start, and now he's got to make two passes in order to get there. But way out front, SK with almost a second lead over Matthew, then Rick, then back to John, and Raymond has found a little bit of speed now on the bottom line. Brett running just slightly lower, hitting the apron off the corner. Now, oh, Rick gets big loose off of four. Big loose. Raymond gets loose as well. That opens the door for John. Raymond's going to be trying to sneak through, but instead he goes into the back of Rick, and that puts Brett in. And Raymond and Rick should be going to the back there. Let's take a look at that again. So I'm surprised Raymond didn't go low, and then he gets into the back of Rick, and they go around. I think we're gonna... It probably gave Raymond the spot. Let's double check. It did, I think... We got to move him to the rear there. May not like that call, but I've got to make a split decision there. He was in the wreck. He just didn't go all the way around, and I think he could have prevented that wreck as well. But we will get them all set up. So that they get one to go here. I just had to think about it for a moment. so that puts SK in the lead, Matthew outside of him, John, Brett, Dylan, Rick, Gavin, and Raymond. It might be single file now. Yep, it's single file. All right. We are going again. Restarting to start lap 6.
Green, green, green.
Ooh, Brett misses a shift. Brett pulls off. What is going on, Brett? Brett just pulls out of a transfer position. Rick is back in a transfer position. I have no idea what just happened there. It looked like Brett missed a shift. Then he pulled to the infield. He is out of the race. And Rick, after spinning and going to the rear, is now back in that final transfer spot. But he's got a little bit of pressure here from Gavin. Gavin looking a little unstable on entry there, but he's got a ton of speed. Looked like he had a ton of speed through the corner. I don't think the gap actually changed. So P4, P5, top 4 transfer. White flag this time. Oh, Rick is blinking now. What is going to happen here? Up front, I thought they were racing. Just wanted to double check no one was going to do anything stupid in a transfer spot. Gavin going low, trying to get anything he can. Rick's going to transfer. Hopefully Raymond's okay with the call. Because Rick was sent to the back there. I figured since both of them, I'm not sending him to the back for wrecking. I just sent him to the back because he was in the wreck. So, there we go. It's B main time. Oh, weird. He didn't have 4th gear. That's interesting. Must be using an H pattern. Alright, so 10 cars move on. So that means Bryce, Gavin, Justin, Chad, Matthias, Dalton, Jacob, Mark, Allen, and Dale in the 3 are currently in a transfer spot. Not in a transfer spot, James and the 4 that joined from the B main. 5 people going home in this one. All the people at the front just need to stay alive, not do anything silly. Everyone from 8th on back has got a little bit of pressure on them. But up front, we've got the 2 cars that were probably the loosest other than Dennis. So, hopefully they hold it together. We got Justin, who we saw really picked up some speed. Chad is good. Again, should we just watch the start on Matthias just to see if there's going to be a wreck, it's going to somehow end up with his bad luck, the way this season's gone. Everyone in him is in a transfer spot. They have no need to do anything crazy, but people do dumb things when they hear green flag, so let's see what happens. Bryce bringing them down. Green is out. front of the field gets a decent start. They're going to get single filed out, and so far, survival. Back here at the transfer spot, we got Dale in that 10th position. Mark going around the outside of Allen right now. I'm not sure he actually wanted to be up there. Oh, Chad into the wall. That scares everyone a little bit. They keep it together. We're green. It's lap 2. And James has moved up into a transfer spot. Mark has fallen back to 11th. Dale up into 9th now. Chad looking at the wall again. And meanwhile, oh, James going around. He's in a transfer spot. He's overdrove it. He's going to lose out. He's going to come up in front of traffic. We're going to be 3 wide into 3. He backs out of it. Saves everyone there. And Mark is now the final transfer spot and much closer to the B main guys. Oh, Matthew goes up high, gets very loose. He holds on to it. Rick's going to be able to get underneath him, and Rick gets loose and up into Matthew, and nowhere for John to go. And we're going to just keep it green. Alright, so the battle for the transfer spot. Now, Mark in the 11, SK in the 29, and Mark is extremely loose. He gets really loose. SK is going to go low. He's going to throw it in there, get sideways. Luckily had enough room to slide up. He's going to get the drive off the corner. Mark's going to throw it back in on the high side, but just nothing up there for that. SK now in the transfer spot. James following him through. Oh no! SK's getting loose. And here comes James after getting loose a few laps ago, back into the transfer spot. And here comes Matthew, who got loose a while ago. Every single one of these cars has gotten loose and fallen out of a transfer spot. There goes Matthew, though, around, and he is going to drop off from this battle. So it's down to a 3-car battle for 1 spot. Everyone ahead should just be chilling. Hopefully we don't have anything crazy going on. Justin has gotten to the lead. I'm sure there was a battle up there for that, but you know what? This has been crazy, and this one matters a little bit more than who gets to start 10th, 11th, and 12th. So lap 9, James is in the transfer spot. He started in the B main. SK transferred to the B main. Mark started in the B main. Double check where these guys are towards the leaders. They are fine. And James just pulling away. So, James, I'm going to applaud him for backing out of that 3 wide situation when he had his moment. It could have been a bad wreck if they went in there 3 wide. He backed out, lived another day, and worked his way back into the transfer spot. SK and Mark just dropping off from him little by little. Mark a little bit loose up there. Coming around, though, for the final lap, Justin, Gavin, Bryce, Dalton, Matthias. I mean, I guess we got to keep an eye on him here. Is he going to make the A main? Well, hopefully he can survive the whole A main. And just back here at the transfer spot, James is going to make it in. SK just one tiny little slide took him out of it. They were about the same speed. Great race to all of them. I'm going to go use the restroom real quick. The warm-up's going to go on, and we're going to move on. Alright, track temp down to 93. I think I'm going to bring this thing back a couple of clicks from where I moved it. And then go out and get a few laps. Feel what this extra grip has to offer.
Clear. Car stopped up high.
I'll be okay with the gear. It's just going to be a limiter on my overdriving.
Clear.
Alright, we got grip. Alright, so 40 laps, 19 cars. Let's hope it's a good one. We are starting 6th.
Line up on the outside. Pit road is closed right now. The estimated strength of field is 2,750. We expect to be fighting for the podium.
We got a lot of speed behind us. We got button box sellers all around us, to our inside and in front of us. And somewhere in the back there is the actual guy. And we need to just get a good finish. Track temp down to 91 already. We could possibly see lap times in the 20.9s or lower. You're going to have a hard battle up front, though, with Kyle and Nick, and they have gotten into each other before, so hopefully that won't happen, but could wipe them out and we get a new winner. Got Robin here, who's part-time in the series. I knew he'd show up to this one, though. And, yeah, Chris, who really challenged last week for the win, starting row behind us.
Get ready, going green.
But 40 laps, hopefully we don't have a turn 1 disaster.
Green, green, green.
Everyone gets through the gears. We just gotta take our time around here. Not overdrive it. Not put it into the wall.
Still there, inside. 26.954. Clear.
I heard clear. Going to protect and get low.
Outside. Clear.
Rob looking to do the same, but it's just difficult situation. All random luck if you're outside line or not.
Clear. Car outside. Still there, hold your line.
Logan and Chris get together behind.
Clear up top, 21.
Gonna try to hold on to this spot. Not that we have the spot yet, but we should be able to get it. 21.2, fastest lap right now.
Still there, hold your line. Clear high.
Alright, we are P6. Now, who can keep the rears on it? Start seeing people sliding off the corner. They're going to have a really bad time later on, I think. 21.1 out of Nick, up in P2. Oh, Rob hard into the wall there. Big gap forming though behind him. Logan and I don't even know who. Oh, looking in my mirror trying to figure out who it was and lose a big old bunch of time off the corner. That is Gavin making the pass on Logan. And he was super quick, so I can see him working his way up here very quickly. Kyle has opened up a gap. Rob working on getting back to our bumper and gets there. Luckily, it didn't send us. Nick into the wall. Ethan might have gotten the wall. Rob got in the wall. Gavin closing that gap down quickly, pulling away from everyone. But not seeing a lot of handling issues, so no idea if a pass is even going to be possible. Dirt Gavin, though, he's having a great run. P4 still. Uh-oh. And I am blinking. Just a little blink. That has started lately where I get a little hiccup at one moment in the night. And thankfully it doesn't persist, but still. All it takes is one bad blink at a bad time and things go very wrong in online racing. Alright, we're starting to get back to that. A little tight on exit. Chris seems to be getting a little loose.
21.448.
15 laps in at the end of this one. And Nick has closed up. Kyle might be getting loose. Dirt Gavin gets a big old slide.
21.421.
Now it might be handling time. Everyone with a little bit of a tap of the wall there. I had to double check to make sure that my internet wasn't having issues again, because it's kind of weird that everyone got it slightly, or at least my computer thought they did. I'm gonna try to find a way to set this up, and driving straight into the turn 4 wall is not how you set up a corner or a pass. Thankfully Rob didn't take advantage of it, but yeah, I'm going a little tight. Back the brakes up a little bit. Yep, I think we're going too tight. Oh, it's fucked. I got nothing. We just got stupid tight out of nowhere. I mean, I knew it was going to happen because it was happening in the heat, but that was bad. Also, I didn't realize Chris got around Gavin. He's coming back up. Nick's taking a look. Nope, not there.
21.9.
Alright, I gotta figure out how to get this thing to turn, and I think the apron is the key to that. Field very spread out now. Don't know if we'll see any lap traffic, but gotta be getting close. It looks like they're all bunched up right in the other turn, a half a lap behind. Just working on trying to get it to loosen up right now.
21.519.
But very impressed by Dirt Gavin up there. He is having a hell of a run. Maybe we gotta start calling him Stafford Gavin. That's a bit too hard to say. Chris with a little bit of a bobble there. Rob's gonna have a bit of a run, but just not enough at the right time. He backs up his corner. .483. This has convinced me, though. When we head down to 5 Flags for the finale, it is going to be hot and in the middle of the day, just to create a bit more of that. Let's get the pass done so we don't lose too much time. I think we can get back there. That was just a weird random, I stopped paying attention because nothing was happening slide. But yeah, I think we got a little too much grip. And not enough mistakes happening individually. But people are gaining speed, and Chris and I are falling off. Well, or not Chris. Yeah, Chris. But Christopher is not falling off. Him and Rob are going up to the front. I think we might be able to get past Chris in the 86. Especially if we can get closer right now, but I overdrive it and massive push up the center. He's going to back off to try to get in that spot. I am going to try to get down in it, but I do not. I gave him enough room to get down with that little mistake in 3 and 4. Allowed him to get down, but he makes a bobble. We're gonna head to the grass. Just to scare him a little. Because I don't want to get beat by Gavin.
21.826.
We're never gonna win a race in this league this season. But if we can beat Gavin enough times, that's a win to me. Oh, fuck. Well, good win, Gavin.
Car inside 21.804. Still there at bottom.
just got stupid tight again. Alright, can we cross it over?
Inside. Still inside. Clear.
Well, we can cross it over, but it does nothing for us.
22.073.
Where's that spinning Gavin from the heat race? We need that guy back. Wasn't he extremely loose in the heat?
Outside. Still there. Outside is clear.
It's gotten so tight that I can just run the whole apron, no issue.
5-1.
Well, we're going backwards again. And nearly running into Gavin.
21.795.
Tiny bit of smoke it looked like there. We are at 4 to go at the line. Nick is still in second. Oh, Gavin got very tight.
21.801.
Try to take advantage of it.
Still there.
Then Justin's coming through to prevent any crossover.
Still there. 21.896. Clear outside. Car outside.
A little extra speed into the corner there.
Keep low.
And again.
Clear outside. Car outside. You've got 2 laps to go. Stay low. Clear outside. Car inside. Still there. Hold your line. 21.894. Inside.
This is only going to allow Gavin to get back to our inside, but I think I can maybe hold on out here
Inside.
for a lap,
White flag. White flag. Still there.
as long as it doesn't get stupid tight.
22.005. Stay high to the car on the low side.
That allows Gavin to get back in.
Keep high. Clear.
Had to try it. And we end up 10th. And Gavin beats us. But we had a good, fun race there, and hardly any contact. And Kyle gets the win. So that ruins Nick's streak of winning every race. And we go 40 green. Really, really hard battle there, though, with Justin and Gavin. I didn't need Justin to catch up there. I could have held off Gavin had I not got passed again there, but let's go take a look at this battle. So he gets around us. I go in, and this is where I try to do the crossover in hopes that he gets too tight and doesn't. We go in low though, just to get in his head, plus to help me turn a little bit. Right there, looking low, diving in a little bit there. That moves him up off his line just a tiny bit. And then he's pulling away. He has a little bit of a slide there, center and corner, but he gets a better exit. And we nearly get into him there. Hasn't snagged the wall yet. He gets a little slidey into the corner, but we follow just directly in his line, and at this point it looks like battle over. And he just has a moment where I don't even know if he hit the wall, but it allows me to dive it in low. It scares him up off the line. And we get a decent run off the corner. I try to clear him. I needed to clear him right there. That way they're still side by side and I can get away a little bit. Big slide into the corner. Can't move up yet. Just using up all the apron. And I couldn't just block low here. He had a nose on me off the corner anyways. I tried to hold on to it. I needed to just... there was no way I could back off and get in that gap. It was just too small anyway. So my best bet was to try to hang on the outside for the 2 laps here. But that didn't work. And nothing we can do there now. I try something, wobble the car, and P10. Let's take a look. 7776. So the numbers don't even say it. The tire heat does a little bit, but I was doing some weird stuff to try to counter the issues I was having. I think the 14 PSI in the left rear hurt me. Let's take a look at the standings. Oops. And look at the results here real quick. Kyle gets the win, leads them all, and fastest lap. In the first 17-pointer for Nick. I finished 10th, which is about where I am in the standings. And, yeah. At the back, how many incidents did we have? James got into the grass at one point, and that's all that happened in this race. Just absolutely crazy. So, the standings. This has got Nick is the champion. Chris just behind him, but 1 point ahead of Justin. So, had we held off Justin, that would have helped Chris. Gavin is losing a bit to Ethan there. Jacob at 63. Kyle at 62 points. I am in 10th in points with 49. Dirt Gavin makes a big old jump in the points and closes in on me. And, yeah, great racing. So, we are probably going to make 5 Flags hot because I know it can get very one lane. But we will, we'll see. Might change my mind. Hope you're enjoying the season. One more race left. After that race, applications for the league open back up in Discord. And then I will figure out what we're doing next season. Haven't fully committed to something, but got an idea of what I want to do. So, thanks for watching.